Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Patriots Extra Points, and we're joined as always by Chad Perry. I guess as always, it's the second episode. Chad, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Interesting stuff happening in Patriots Nation right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's some interesting trades I didn't see coming.
No, yeah, we'll get to that. Didn't see the trade coming. Didn't see. We have this quarterback battle going. Mac Jones looking great. Honestly, like straight up looks great in its two
Yeah,
preseason games so far. Are they playing again tonight? I don't know. They're playing sometime this
Sunday.
weekend, on Sunday. So we'll
Sunday.
get
Yep.
to see him in one more preseason game, most likely. They've been scrimmaging the Giants all week, and notable absence Cam Newton messed up his COVID protocols. What do you think of this, and how do you think it's going to affect him in this quarterback battle?
I mean, one, it's this like whole big story of a lot of players like threatening to quit football or hold out because of
Mm,
they don't want the vaccine. I think this
yeah.
is just a way of almost like outing a player for not getting the vaccine because
Mm,
it was never like stated that Cam doesn't have a vaccine, but
mm,
now we know he's out 5 days, for COVID protocols, whether he was in contact with someone or whatever the story is, who
mm,
knows. I mean, we're seeing a lot of NFL players on a lot of teams like across the country just testing positive. I think Cole Beasley was one, and there was another team, I think it was the Titans, where Tannehill and Coach Vrabel both like are
it's no
out with
good.
COVID right now. So
Yeah.
we're seeing it pop up a little bit as we do in normal life too. But yeah,
Mm,
I think with Cam out, he came back to camp today though. But
mm,
I heard that Mac got much more snaps with the ones than Cam
mm,
did. I don't know if that's just because they need to focus on Mac more.
mm.
But who knows? If they're trying to focus on Mac more, that means maybe he's starting. But I think with Cam being out 5 days, it opened the door for Mac to really be like, all right, I'm QB1,
Yep.
at least for now. So
Right.
let's, get these great reps in. I mean, I heard he torched the Giants defense and their starters. He was like 19 of 20 or something, two touchdowns, one back-to-back throws. So I hope that translates to the actual regular season because
Mm.
then the Patriots Nation has something to be really excited for. Not that we don't already, but oh man.
Yeah. No, I think like there was always kind of like a question of is Mac Jones going to see the field this year? Probably yes. When's it going to be? Maybe like if they're not doing great in the middle of the season, he'll come in. But
Yeah.
now, like he's looked good in two preseason games. He's looking good in practice. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of go like, "Fuck it!" Like we're gonna see what we have in Mac Jones. He's the future. Like I like Cam, but
Yeah.
Cam's not the future for the Patriots.
No, I mean he knows he's on a 1 year deal. I mean if he plays it's basically advertising to another team that maybe needs a good quarterback. I mean Cam's
Mm,
not bad per se, but I don't think he's like you said, I don't think he's our future. I think it's Mac and I think
mm,
he's a guy like for sure. We just need to see what he can do on the field in a regular season game in some actual tough situations where winning matters.
yeah, no, I agree, and I think it's better, honestly, to unless you have a legend at quarterback that you can learn
Yeah.
behind, or like a top tier starter. Like I think it's better to just put the rookies in and let them like get used to what the NFL really is like, and let them like not have good games at first. That's fine. Like being a rookie is all about like just learning and trying to get better. So
Yeah.
personally, I think that Mac Jones will be on the field sooner than later if he doesn't win the job outright.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of really, really good quarterbacks sat their first year behind
Mm,
also a really good quarterback or maybe a
mm,
veteran quarterback. Like, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, perfect example. He sat
yep.
behind Brett Favre for a few years. But, I
Yeah,
mean,
like four.
Cam, I mean, he was MVP, what, 2016,
15.
17, 15? Okay,
2015,
wow.
yeah.
So, I
Yeah, it's
mean,
been a
he
bit.
is, yeah, I mean, he has it in him at least
Mm,
one point. I mean, I don't know if his injuries, it's just, killed his throwing game,
mm,
but. I mean, Cam's still a veteran. I think there's a lot
Yeah,
to learn behind him. So if Cam starts, Mac's still going to get some valuable knowledge.
true.
But I think Patriots Nation are itching to see just Mac get Mac in. We know Cam's going to be out eventually, so
Yeah.
come on,
They're like one bad season. They're like, nope, nope, can't do this. Like,
see
get
you
Mac
later.
in. Like, we need to start this. And obviously, the Dolphins were in a very similar situation last year. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's great as like a, you know, fun quarterback. He'll have his games where he just pops off,
Oh
and
yeah,
then he'll have his games where he sucks, and it's hard to watch. But it was a lot of like, okay, this is fine, but he's not the future. So should we have Tua just like get in there? You know.
yeah,
So we went through the same exact situation last year.
yeah. It's dead on the same situation. I was thinking Brian Fitzpatrick's another quarterback. Forgot that it was like, oh, he was in front of Tua, so Tua probably learned a lot last year. And then he got to start at the end. So maybe that's exactly what's going to happen in New England. I kind of hope it does. I hope it's a little sooner than Tua's chances, but
Yeah.
who knows? I just hope we win games. I don't care who's at quarterback, but obviously I think we all want Mac. But if
Yeah.
Cam pops off, I mean, great.
That's true too. I think it helped Tua a lot to just like see one, he like came out and he had two very good games back to back, and then he said like in the media like, yeah, I didn't think the NFL would be like as slow to me as it is, and then he got had a bad game against Denver, and then it was like, okay, this is the NFL rookie, like, but it's good that he had those moments, and I think that's what being a rookie's all about.
Yeah,
So
it's both what's
shifting,
up.
yeah. So shifting the call from Mac Jones to another former first round pick for the Patriots. Sony Michel has been traded to the Rams for a fifth and a sixth round pick. Chad, can you kind of break this down to me? Is this a big deal? Are you sad? Are you happy? What are you feeling right now?
I mean, Sony, I always felt like didn't give us what we wanted out of a first round running back. He was good. Like, I wasn't like upset to see Sony on the field. He did have great games. Sometimes just like, come on, Sony. Him
Right.
kind of being like a bruiser back in a way, but also kind of elusive with the combination with James White he had a pretty good system for a few years, but
Yeah.
I feel like Sony just wasn't that like 3-down bruiser back that we could really rely on. It was, I mean, the Patriots have always been for years a running back like committee,
Right.
with James White always being in there, Sony, and then last year, I mean, they have Brandon Bolden usually, and just whoever the third is, Harris at this point starting to come out. So I think Harris now is going to be our guy, along
Yep.
with James White still being mixed in. And then I see that they have, I think his name was like Stevenson, something like that. Yeah, is like the third.
He looks
running
good in the
back now.
preseason so far.
Yeah. I mean, one game of doing great is one thing, and I mean he did good, but he had that 190-yard run, which is great.
Yeah, that does pad the stats a little bit. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like okay, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone is upset to see Sony gone. It's kind of like, oh man, but it's not like losing Brady. It's not like Edelman retiring. It's not like Gronk. I'd feel worse if it was James White going. That'd be terrible.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Harris has and can bring to the table. I think we all knew he was going to have a bigger role this year, and Sony was probably not going to get as many reps, especially in like that three-headed running back committee. I think Sony would be the one to get the least reps. So
yeah, I think
sweet.
It's a hard situation, right? He's a first-round pick. You want your first-round picks to be great, but if it's just not working out, you have to get to a point where it's like, we just got to pull the ripcord, get something for him, and move on, right?
Yeah, I mean, he did great for us in the playoffs for a couple years. So, I mean, it's not like he was terrible. I feel like we always wanted more, at least as a fan. I'm not a player by any means, but as a fan, you always wanted more out of a first-round running back.
No, of course, and yeah, like you said, that run in the playoffs when they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, he was great. He was really like
Yeah.
the feature on offense, and that was what you kind of hoped he was going to be like just going forward, but it never quite came through. And hey, Sean McVay, he's a great coach. There's of course room now that their starter got injured, so maybe he'll
Yeah.
be able to turn it around over in. I almost said St. Louis, over in Los Angeles. Shows that I'm old.
Yeah. Hopefully he does well there. I mean, I have no ill wishes for him.
Right. Oh, man. All right, Chad, anything else you want to touch on before we get on out of here?
Let's just hope that Mac has one more good week of preseason and makes a strong case to start him sooner. But
Absolutely.
who knows?
Yeah, we shall see. All right, Chad, where can they find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at ChadleyJP and on Twitter at ChadPerry25.
Awesome. Chad, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, you can find Chad on our other YouTube channel, Better Radio, where we host a Big Brother podcast with our pal Ben, breaking down all the moves, who's doing stuff right, who's looking like a fool, everything. We got it there for you, so check us out there. You can follow the channel on Twitter at Wicked Sport or on WG Everything, on Instagram at Wicked Everything, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Wicked Everything, and on TikTok, search Wicked Everything. I'm Brian Marr. You can follow me on Twitter at TheFakeMeMarr. It's right there. And thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys.